Welcome back to Methodcast, your quiet space for honest conversations and deep emotional clarity. This is the podcast that's here to help you break free from porn the easy peasy way. No guilt, no struggle, just a new perspective that makes quitting feel natural. Because real freedom isn't about giving something up, it's about gaining back everything porn has taken from you. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something that so many people experience on this journey of quitting porn, yet very few openly understand: procrastination. Not the kind where you delay doing your laundry or paying a bill, though those can certainly be connected, but the kind of procrastination that keeps you watching porn long after you've told yourself you'd stop. The kind that whispers, not today, maybe tomorrow. If you're listening to this and have found yourself stuck in this loop, take a breath. This episode is for you. Let's start by naming something clearly. Procrastination in quitting porn doesn't come from laziness. It doesn't come from not caring enough. It comes from the complicated dance between fear, belief, and identity. It's the product of thoughts and inner voices that sound so reasonable, you barely question them. Thoughts like, I've got a lot going on right now. I'll stop once things settle down. I just need this for stress relief right now. Once I'm feeling better, I'll quit. I'll enjoy it a little longer, just until the end of the month. Then I'll really commit. Let me just reset and prepare mentally. Next week will be better. These thoughts don't sound like excuses, they sound like plans, like strategies. But they're not. They're the addiction protecting itself. They are the voice of habit, of comfort, of familiarity. They are your brain's way of avoiding the discomfort of change, because even freedom can feel threatening when you've been living in chains for a long time. This is what Easy Peasy so brilliantly exposes: that the addiction doesn't live in the act alone. It lives in the thinking around the act. And procrastination is one of the cleverest tricks it plays, because procrastination lets you pretend you're in control, even as you continue the cycle. The hardest part about this isn't the usage itself, it's the psychological weight of broken promises. Each time you say, I'll quit tomorrow, and then don't, you chip away at your self-trust. You begin to see yourself not just as someone who watches porn, but as someone who can't stop. And that belief becomes heavier than the habit. It creates shame, it creates doubt, it creates paralysis. So let's look closer at the ideas that keep users procrastinating. One of the big ones is the idea that you need porn right now, that it's helping you cope, that you're too stressed, too sad, too busy, too overwhelmed to deal with quitting today. But here's the twist. Porn doesn't actually help with any of those things. It delays them, it numbs them. It makes you feel better for a few minutes, then worse for hours. The stress is still there. The sadness is still there. The loneliness is still there. Only now, it's joined by guilt, brain fog, and frustration. Another idea is that you're not ready, that you need to read more, plan more, get stronger. But the truth is, readiness doesn't come from more preparation. It comes from a change in perception. You don't need to bulk up on willpower. You need to see that there's nothing to give up, that porn doesn't serve you, that you're not depriving yourself of pleasure, you're releasing yourself from the illusion of it. And then there's the classic idea that a little more time won't hurt, that you're almost done with this habit, that you'll enjoy it just a little longer, then let go. But addiction doesn't work like that. Addiction doesn't say goodbye when you're ready. It digs in deeper the longer you entertain it. The one last time story has a million sequels, and the longer you wait, the more it roots into your identity. So how do we reverse this? How do we get out of the trap? It begins not with action, but with awareness. You have to see the thought patterns for what they are. You have to notice when you're bargaining, postponing, negotiating, and instead of fighting those thoughts or judging them, you just name them. Hey, that's the voice of delay. That's the voice that wants to keep things as they are. You step back, you observe, you breathe, and then you gently offer yourself a new thought, a thought that sounds more like freedom. I don't need this, I'm not missing anything. I choose clarity today, not someday. Freedom doesn't require me to be ready, it requires me to see. This is where the mindset of non-users comes in. People who are truly free from porn don't spend their time resisting it. They don't count days or fight cravings. They don't look at porn as a sacrifice, they just don't want it. Why? Because they've seen through it. They've realized it's not a treat, not a relief, not a pleasure. It's a trap dressed in desire. They understand that freedom doesn't mean never feeling tempted. It means not being fooled by the temptation. It means trusting that your life is richer, clearer, and lighter without porn, not in theory, but in actual felt experience. The non user doesn't wake up each day thinking, today I must resist. They wake up and live. They go outside, they laugh, they connect, they rest, they work, and they don't feel deprived because they haven't lost anything. They've regained their peace. Now, maybe you're thinking, that sounds great, but I'm not there yet. And that's okay, because getting there doesn't require you to fight. It just requires you to stop postponing the truth that you're already enough, that your healing begins the moment you stop running from the discomfort and start listening to what it's trying to teach you. You might have urges, you might have thoughts, but those are just echoes of an old belief system. You don't have to obey them. You don't have to argue with them. You just don't need to act on them. They're clouds. You are the sky. And every time you choose to see clearly, just one time, you weaken the old pattern. Every time you say, not tomorrow. Now, you take back a little more of your power. So if you're still procrastinating, if you're waiting for the perfect day to start, let me gently remind you, the perfect day is a myth. The only time freedom ever arrives is now. And the beautiful thing? You don't have to wait to feel ready. You just have to be willing to see what's already true, that you're not losing anything by quitting. You're only losing the thing that's been making you feel stuck. Let's take one final breath together. In and out. And just for this moment, let yourself feel what it would be like to be free. Not next week, not next month, but right now. To not have anything to hide, to not have anything to escape from, to just be. That's not a fantasy. That's your birthright. Thanks for spending this time with me today on Methodcast. I hope this conversation felt like a quiet nudge toward clarity, a soft light shining through the fog of procrastination. Until next time, be kind to yourself. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just one decision away from stepping into the life that's already waiting for you. Please give a like, share the Methodcast with a friend, or leave a comment. Healing grows when we talk about it. Keep going, keep growing, and know that your freedom isn't just possible. It's already on its way.